different is it to shoot for something like something that goes on Netflix versus something that's a film like a Padman?
Well, I think there are a couple of different things. I think especially when you're shooting in India, there is censorship when you are you're just doing films, and you don't have censorship when you're working with Netflix, and I think that's very liberating. It really gives you that peace of mind where you can just take any direction, whatever comes to you, you can express that while you're performing, and that's a very important thing, I think.
So what do you think about the hip-hop culture, that's especially in Mumbai, and how do you describe the culture that's happening right now in Mumbai?
I think it's fascinating. I have some friends who are making a documentary on it, and I know people who are making films on it, and I think it's extraordinarily fascinating.
So do you often get advice from random strangers you meet, or has there ever been a time when someone has stopped you and said, hey, listen, I have some acting advice for you?
Well, my family is very extremely liberal, so they did believe that you should do what you believe in, though they did not really look upon acting as particularly intelligent a field. And I think that's the problem, because it's a most beautiful field, and it's so creative, and you have to put in so much. It's so enriching in so many levels, but the portrayal of that to the outside world is very different, and that's what we need to change. We need to make our content better. We need to improve the quality on every level.
In terms of your performance, did you do anything different for this production than you do for a regular feature production?
Not really.
Not really.
No. The one advantage, though, is that because you have so much length, you have more space to portray your character and show different shades and sides of your character than when you are given like 90 minutes or 100 minutes.
No, but what's the series you're kind of addicted to?
Just yesterday I started watching Fargo 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it was on, like, I was like, yes! Oh, I love Fargo.
But you're playing a role of a young raw agent.
Yes.
There are not many female raw agents in the industry. So how do you get your character inspiration? How do you get those nuances from?
So basically it was very hard to get to know about the raw agents in general, because they are not allowed to talk about anything, even after they retire. Nothing.
Right.
But there were some people who had worked with raw agents in their lives as journalists or whatever, in various capacities. So they helped a lot. And it was very, very fascinating. The training process is very hardcore, very hardcore. Like, for example, one of the parts is that they're taken into a public space and they're made to choose one person. And they're also judged by who they choose.
Okay.
And they are given a time limit, say 30 minutes, and they have to go and speak to that random person and find out a secret that that person's never told anybody in their lives. Like, it's I don't do, like, it's crazy.
Can you do any of that?
No.
You do wonder, what does a raw agent look like?
They are like the most normal people that you wouldn't even double glance, because they would need to look like that.